Beloved, have you ever found yourself constantly thinking about the people who walked away from your life? The ones who hurt you, betrayed your trust, or left you when you needed them most? Do you still carry the weight of their words, their silence, or their absence? If yes, then this message is for you. Yes, especially you. Before we go deeper, I invite you to pause for a moment. Comment Amen if this message already touches your heart, and share it with someone who might be holding on to the pain of the past. Let this message be a blessing to them too. Now, imagine God speaking directly to you. My beloved child, you are not ordinary. You are chosen, called by name, and held close to my heart. But I see you. I see the emotional wounds that still ache. I see how the betrayal still plays in your thoughts, how the pain still whispers when you're alone. So why do we hold on to those memories that only hurt us? Why do we let past wounds define our present and limit our future? God's message today is crystal clear. Stop thinking about those who left you or hurt you. Move on. Not because what they did was okay, but because your purpose is greater than your pain. Your future is more powerful than your past. God doesn't want you stuck in cycles of sorrow. He is breaking those chains today, not tomorrow. You are His chosen one. It's time to lift your head, wipe your tears, and walk forward. Not alone, but with God beside you. Are you ready to let go and rise? Let's go deeper. Have you ever wondered why certain people left your life without explanation? Why some you trusted ended up betraying you? Why you still replay the moments of heartbreak over and over again in your mind? So you are not alone. Many of us carry the heavy burden of past relationships, painful experiences, and unanswered questions. But today, God is gently speaking to your heart. Release the past, because I have something greater for you. Before we move further, pause for a moment. If this message touches something deep within you, comment, I receive, and share it. Someone close to you may be silently struggling with the same pain. God's message is clear and loving. In Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19, He says, Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. That new thing is not just a vague promise. It's a divine plan unfolding just for you. But here's the truth. You can't step into what's next if you're still holding on to what's gone. Sometimes we keep looking back, trying to figure out why they hurt us, why they left, why it ended. But God says, stop looking back. The people who walked away did so because they were never meant to stay. Their time in your life was temporary. Their assignment was complete. If they had stayed, they would have limited what God is about to do through you. Some of them were never aligned with God's will for your journey. Their presence would have created spiritual confusion, emotional damage, or even blocked your blessings. And yes, God allowed it not to break you but to build you, to purify your path, to prepare you for greater. That betrayal, it didn't destroy you, it refined you. That heartbreak, it didn't end you, it awakened your spirit. You are not defined by what you lost. You are chosen for what's coming. God is holding your future while you're still holding on to pain. Isn't it time to let it go? Let go of the memories that drain your energy. Let go of the anger, regret, and silent questions. You don't need closure from them. You need healing from Him. This is your moment, a divine invitation. God is doing something new. Can you feel it? It's already springing up within you. A fresh calling, a new relationship, a breakthrough, peace, purpose, provision. So release the past. Don't carry it into your future. God isn't trying to take something from you. He's trying to make space for something better. Let Him. And if you're ready to walk forward, comment, I'm ready. And share this message with someone who also needs to hear this truth. Your next chapter is waiting. Don't delay. Have you ever found yourself replaying the same painful memory over and over in your mind? Wishing things had turned out differently, waiting for closure that never came, or hoping they'd come back with an apology. We all do it. We keep revisiting the past, hoping it will somehow give us peace. But here's the truth God wants you to understand today. Your healing begins the moment you stop replaying the hurt. Take a breath. If this message is already speaking to your soul, pause and comment, I choose healing, and share this with someone else who may still be stuck in their pain. You never know who needs this reminder today. Now ask yourself, how many times have you gone back to that moment? The betrayal, the argument, the abandonment, thinking that maybe if you analyze it enough, you'll find peace? But instead of healing, it reopens the wound. Every time you mentally revisit the pain, you give it new power over you. And God is saying, how can I heal you if you keep picking at the scars? God introduces himself in Exodus 15 verse 26 as the Lord who heals you. But healing is a partnership. God is willing, but are you ready to let go of the questions, the anger, the longing for things to be different? Stop asking, why did they hurt me? Because the answer may never satisfy you. Stop wondering, what if they come back? Because your future shouldn't depend on someone who walked away from you. Stop waiting for revenge or an apology, because your peace doesn't have to wait for their remorse. Your healing doesn't come from their return. It comes from your release. And that release begins with forgiveness. Not because what they did was right, not because they earned it, but because you deserve peace. You deserve freedom from the emotional weight that's been holding you back. You deserve to wake up without the ache in your chest or the replay of painful memories on repeat. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It's choosing to stop feeding the pain. It's saying, this no longer has power over me. When you release them from your heart, you make space for God to pour his healing into the very places where you've been wounded the most. Today, God is not asking you to erase your past, but to surrender it, to hand it over and trust that he will restore what was broken. Your healing doesn't begin when they say sorry. It begins when you say, God, I'm done carrying this pain. I give it to you. So take that step now. Say it aloud or write it in the comments. I release the past. I choose healing. I choose peace. Your healing is waiting. Are you ready to receive it? Have you ever felt guilty for trying to move on? Like letting go of the past means you're denying what happened? Have you ever wondered if healing means forgetting? If so, you're not alone. Many people struggle with the idea that moving forward somehow dishonors their pain. But today, God is whispering something powerful to your heart. Moving on is not forgetfulness. It is faith. Let that truth settle deep in your soul. And if you're feeling it already, take a moment to comment, I choose to move forward in faith, and share this message with someone who may still be carrying their yesterday into today. God is not asking you to pretend the pain didn't happen. He isn't asking you to erase the memories or ignore the tears. He saw it all. He was with you through every sleepless night, every heartbreak, every moment when it felt like the world was crashing in. He's not dismissing your experience. He's calling you through it. The verse in Philippians 3 verse 13 holds a deep key. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead. Paul wasn't saying he had no memory of the past. He was saying he no longer let it define his direction. That's faith. Faith is choosing to believe that what's ahead of you is far greater than what's behind you. Faith is trusting that God's promises are more powerful than your pain. Faith is declaring, what happened matters, but what's coming matters more. The enemy wants you stuck in yesterday. He wants your mind filled with what-ifs, your heart trapped in bitterness, your spirit weighed down by memories that no longer serve you. Why? Because as long as you're looking back, you can't walk forward. But God says, enough. This is not your season to sit in sorrow. It's your season to rise in faith. The time of mourning has served its purpose. It brought you awareness. It shaped your heart. It deepened your dependence on God. But now it's time to move. You're not dishonoring your past by moving forward. You're honoring your healing. And moving on doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough about your future to stop living in your past. It means you trust God more than you trust your fear. It means you believe the best is yet to come, even if you can't see it yet. So today, take that first step in faith. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to say, God, I'm ready to stop looking back. Comment below if you're making that choice, and share this with someone who needs to hear. Your breakthrough is not behind you. It's right in front of you. Walk toward it in faith. Have you ever felt the sting of someone walking away from your life, without warning, without explanation, leaving you questioning your worth? The silence after someone leaves can feel louder than any goodbye. It's easy to confuse their departure with rejection. But God wants to whisper something life-changing to your soul today. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. Let that truth sink in. And if your heart feels this word is for you, take a moment to comment, "I am chosen," and share this with someone who needs reminding they are not alone. When people leave, we often blame ourselves. We wonder what we did wrong. We replay conversations. We look for closure in places that were never meant to give us peace. But God sees beyond what we can see. And what we see as rejection, He calls protection. What we experience as loss, He calls direction. And what feels like abandonment, He calls divine selection. That person didn't walk away by accident. God allowed it, not to break you, but to bless you. Sometimes He has to clear space in your life to make room for the right people, the right purpose, and the right future. If they were meant to stay, they would have. But their part in your story ended for a reason. Holding on to what walked away only delays what's meant to walk in. God promises in Exodus 14 verse 14, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." This doesn't mean be passive. It means stop chasing those who have chosen to leave. Stop begging for love from people who couldn't see your value. Your worth is not determined by their acceptance. It is sealed by God's calling on your life. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned. God is preparing something better, someone better, and somewhere better. He is aligning you with divine connections. People who will honor your heart, celebrate your growth, and speak life into your calling. And guess what? You don't have to strive for it. He will send them. The love that left wasn't your last chance. The door that closed wasn't your final opportunity. God's not done. In fact, He's just getting started. So dry your tears. Lift your head. Stop looking back. Your worth was never diminished because someone else couldn't see it. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. Declare it aloud. Write it down. Believe it in your heart. I am chosen. I am protected. I am being led into something greater. And if this spoke to your spirit, share it with someone still mourning over who left, so they too can step into the healing of knowing. God never leaves those He chooses. Have you ever wondered if the pain you've gone through has delayed your purpose? If the betrayals, disappointments, and broken chapters have somehow disqualified you from the destiny God once had for you? It's a heavy feeling to think your past has the power to block your future. But today, let this truth anchor your heart. Your destiny is too great to be delayed by the past. If this speaks to you already, comment "My destiny is greater," and share this with someone who may be stuck in regret or pain, because healing begins when truth is shared. God's plan for your life is not fragile. It's not easily broken by what others have done or by the mistakes you've made. In fact, many times, it's through the very pain you wish never happened that your purpose begins to unfold. God doesn't waste wounds. He transforms them into wisdom, growth, and glory. He reminds us in Esther 4 verse 14, "You were called for such a time as this, not yesterday, not when things were perfect, not once you're over the pain, but now, in your current state, with your imperfect story, because He is the God who rewrites endings." Look at Joseph, betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit and forgotten in prison. Yet God raised him to power, second only to Pharaoh. Why? Because the betrayal didn't cancel his calling. David was overlooked, rejected, and hunted. Even those closest to him failed to see his worth. But God didn't forget. He anointed him as king and called him a man after His own heart. And Jesus, He knew Peter would deny Him 3 times. Yet Jesus didn't disqualify him. Instead, He chose Peter to be the foundation of the early church. What do all these stories teach us? That your past may shape you, but it does not define you. Your wounds are real, but they are not the conclusion. God uses the broken, the rejected, the betrayed, because those who've suffered deeply can carry purpose powerfully. The enemy wants you stuck, paralyzed by what was, consumed by what didn't happen, held hostage by regret. But God says, look forward. Miracles are ahead. I have more for you. Your destiny is calling, and it's not looking for a perfect version of you. It's looking for the willing, the faithful, the brave enough to say, I will not let my past delay my purpose. So today, make that decision. You don't have to be fully healed to move forward. You just have to trust that God's plan is greater than your pain. Say it aloud or type it below. My pain is not the end of my story. It's the setup for my glory. Your destiny is too important, your calling too divine to keep looking back. Let's move forward into the miracles waiting ahead. Have you ever felt like you're still chained to yesterday? Like no matter how far you've come, a part of your past keeps pulling you back, reminding you of who you were, what happened, and what you lost. You try to move on, but guilt, regret, or grief whispers, you're not free yet. But today, God has a message just for you, and it begins with a bold declaration. Today is your day of freedom. Let those words settle deep into your spirit. And if you feel this message is speaking directly to your soul, comment, I receive my freedom, and share it with someone else who needs to break free from their past. God is not suggesting your freedom. He is decreeing it. This is not a temporary feeling or an emotional high. This is a divine announcement. The chains of the past are broken. That means the guilt, the shame, the trauma, the mistakes, the toxic cycles, they no longer have authority over you. They held you long enough, but their time is over. The door to yesterday is closed. You don't need to keep revisiting the pain. You don't need to keep opening the wound just to prove it still hurts. God has shut that door, not to punish you, but to protect you. What lies behind it can no longer define what's ahead of you. And now, the most powerful part of this promise. The path to your future is open. That means new opportunities, fresh grace, healing relationships, restored purpose, and divine alignment are waiting for you. But to step into it, you must first do one thing: rise up. Get up from the weight of your regrets. Stand up from the pit of sorrow. Wipe your tears, lift your head, and walk forward. And as you do, remember this command: do not look back, because what's behind you no longer serves you. Your story doesn't end in the ruins, it begins in the rising. God's final assurance is this: I am with you always. That means even when you're afraid to take the next step, even when you don't feel worthy, even when your strength fails, you are not alone. He is walking beside you, guiding your steps, fighting your battles, and speaking freedom over your life. Today is not just another day, it is a turning point, a moment of divine release, a holy reset. So claim it, say it out loud. Today is my day of freedom. I will not go back. I will rise. I will walk forward. My best is yet to come. This is your time, your breakthrough, your new beginning. Now go walk in it. If these words stirred something deep within you, don't keep it to yourself. Comment, I receive my freedom, and share this message with someone who may still be holding onto their past. As you do, may God's healing energy flow into your life instantly, bringing peace, strength, and divine restoration. Your freedom begins with faith, and your faith becomes even more powerful when you declare it out loud and spread it to others. So take that step now. Comment, share, receive. God is ready. Are you?